A very good day to Mr. Tay and my fellow friends. We are from Team Simple. I would like to introduce my team members who are Kam Kawan, me, Angeline Sarah Richard, followed by Prema Rishi, Sanjay Kumar, Harun James, and last but not the least, Pravilan. Well, the title of our prototype is Smart Traffic Light System, and without further ado, I would like to start out my presentation. The problem statement of our prototype is, as the year passes by, we could see there are many accident cases on the roads. There are many causes of it, such as speeding and drunk driving, which has caused them to run over red lights and may harm the pedestrians and other road users especially. The majority of people who do not obey the rules are drunk people. Why? It's because they are not in a proper state of mind, and people who are engineers and whoever name it, they would face an accident. From these three, running over red lights causes more damages to the road users and pedestrian. With this, the road users becomes worried, sad, and frustrated to use the road. This is because drivers think they can beat the yellow light and misjudge the timing, which is wrong actually. And moreover, a few other people may run red lights because they are reckless and simply don't care about people's life. Innocent people who follow rules and regulations on the roads while driving gets frustrated with the drivers who does not obey the rules and regulations. Moving on, it will be our solution description of our prototype. Well, our solution is to create a better traffic light system with barriers installed, and it's especially for all road users and the pedestrians on the road. There are 4 benefits we can find in our solution description. The first one is safety of the pedestrians will be taken care of. The second one is to see a better system of the traffic lights. The third one is the drivers on the road will eventually obey the traffic light law more strictly. And last but not the least, the fourth one is emergency vehicles would be able to reach their destinations because the traffic light will be able to detect an emergency vehicle from a distance. So, without further ado, I would like to pass on the next slide, which is the physical prototype, will be presented by Sanjay Kumar.
Very good morning, my name is Sanjay Kumar and I will be presenting to you the physical prototype of our smart traffic light and also the prototype demo of the smart traffic light. So you can see here we took a preparation phase to build this prototype. It took us at least about 2 days to build this prototype. Okay, the things that we need to build this prototype is the material, is the printed images, wooden stick, recycle box, golden paper, ruler, scissors, tape, markers, and also small toy car and also human toys. Okay, so the next thing is we measure the size of the golden paper and to cut it down into 5 pieces to show as the barrier, and also we color out the golden paper with a black marker, at least to represent them as a barrier. You can see, coming to the building phase, we break it down into few steps. The first steps is printed signboards are being taped and sticked on a wooden stick after it has been cut out. The second step is printed traffic lights images were sticked on a wooden stick after being cut out. And the third step is signboards are poked into the cardboard. The fourth step for the building phase is cut painted golden paper are taped on a wooden stick to resemble as the barriers at the traffic light. The fifth step is printed route are pasted on the cardboard to resemble as a traffic route. And the sixth step, the final step, a black sticker on top of the bomba truck represents as the RFID, which can be used by emergency vehicles such as police car, ambulance, and also the fire truck or any sort of emergency situation. To present our prototype video, we have come up with few situations. The first situation is known as yellow light situation. Yellow light situation is when the drivers that are driving on the car, okay, they will be going through the traffic light. So once they're going to a traffic light, once the traffic light turns to yellow, the barrier will take time up to 3 to 4 seconds to come up. But before that, the drivers will be warned, or they will be aware, because there will be signs along the road telling that there's a barrier up front, so please slow down their vehicle. So by reaching near at the barrier, they will able to slow down and brake their car. With that, at the same time, the pedestrian on the other side of the barrier, they will be able to cross the road safely. Situation is known as the red light situation. So as the light turns red, the barriers goes up, and with that, the cars will be able to brake before the barrier. But along the way, the drivers will be warned by hazard sign, or there is a sign telling that there is a barrier up front, so please be aware. Okay, sometimes accidents do happen, we can't predict that. So maybe there is a car which is speeding in a high speed and he's unable to brake before the barrier. So with that, he will knock. Okay, the accidents will happen where he will knock on the barrier. This is the thing, the material that is made to make the barrier, it is known as the health and safety flexible barrier. It is made up to a material where it is able to absorb any powerful impact with a powerful and high speed. With this, the safety of the pedestrian will be safe, and also the safety of drivers will also be safe. But based on the property of the vehicle, it might be damaged a little. Situation is known as the green light situation. So green light situation, the barrier will take time, 3 to 4 seconds to go down. So once it go down and the pedestrian has crossed the road is clear, then the drivers are able to cross the barrier safely. Coming to our fourth situation, it's known as the emergency situation. So in this situation, you can see that the fire truck is able to go through the barrier although during red light. This is because our barrier are able to detect the cars, especially emergency cars. Okay, they're able to detect, where we have provided all emergency vehicle with a smart tag, which is on their windscreen or on their hood, which the barriers were able to detect the car from distance and able to put the barrier down although it is on the red light situation. With that, they could reach their destination fast and safely. Finally, what our group could conclude from our smart traffic light prototype is where our prototype provides safe barrier system. This is because the material that has been used to build the barrier is known as a health and safety flexible barrier. This barrier gives the safety towards two users, which is pedestrian and also the road users. This is because unless there's an accident happen, at least the barrier could give a support, okay, or a shield for both users as well. Okay. Second, our traffic light has a standardized timer where it shows the barriers goes up to 4 to 5 seconds and goes down 4 to 5 seconds. The timer will be there. And lastly, our barrier could detect RFID sensor, which will be provided to all emergency vehicle. With this, the emergency vehicle, any sort of emergency vehicle, could go through the barrier fast, and also they could reach their destination fast. So that's all from our group. Thank you very much.